From 0 to JLPT N5, this is lesson 28. So today, I will introduce you to a new particle, mo. So, this is what mo means. Mo particle means also as well, too in Japanese. It shows that something is the same as what was mentioned before. So I will show you one example. I am Japanese. He is also Japanese. First, this one. 私は日本人です。But the second sentence, he is also Japanese. This is like this. 彼も日本人です。So, more particle comes after the subject 彼 because we are talking about who is Japanese. So you can replace wa with more particle. So this is very simple to use. I will show you another example. I bought a hat. I also bought shoes. So in this case, subject remains same person I, but the object changed from hat to shoes. So you need to use more particle like this. For example, I bought a hat is 私は帽子を買いました。I also bought shoes is 私は靴も買いました。Because the subject is same but object changed. Therefore, more particle comes after object 靴. And you can replace wo with more particle. So once again, in the first example, the subject changed. I am Japanese. He is also Japanese. In this case, more comes after the subject. Because we are talking about who is Japanese. I, as well as he, is Japanese. That's why more comes after the subject. But in the second example, the subject same I, but the object changed. Therefore, you need to put more particle after the object. So, I like you to do this exercise. There is these two pairs of sentences. So, translate these four sentences and use more particle for this sentence and this one. So stop the video and when you are ready, please come back. Now the answers. He is American. 彼はアメリカ人です。Second sentence, she is also American. So, in this case, the subject changed. Therefore, more particle should come after the subject. 彼女もアメリカ人です。Another one, I made a salad. 私はサラダを作りました。I made a pizza too. So in this case, subject same, but object changed. Therefore, more should come after the object. 私はピザも作りました。So, please repeat after me. 彼はアメリカ人です。 彼女もアメリカ人です。私はサラダを作りました。私はピザも作りました。So, this is how you can use more particle, which means also as well too. But there are things that you need to keep in mind, which is you cannot replace ni and de particle. So, let's first look at the case of this ni particle. These are some examples. First one, I met Jessica. I also met Tom. In this case, ジェシカに会いました。And this one, トムにも会いました。So, as you can see, ni particle and more particle are put together because you cannot replace ni particle. So, ni particle has to remain. And instead, you need to add more particle after ni particle. This is ni particle because 会います the verb meet indicates direction. That is, Jessica is your destination, direction of your movement. In this case, you need to use ni particle. So, I, the subject, same, but who you met, the person changed. Therefore, this more particle should come after Tom. But you cannot replace ni particle, therefore ni particle remains and more particle is attached to ni particle. Another example, I went to Tokyo. I also went to Osaka. 東京に行きました。Ni particle is used because to go, the verb indicates the nuance of direction. Tokyo is your destination, your direction. Therefore, ni particle is used. I also went to Osaka. So the subject I, same, but where you went is different. Therefore, more particle should come after Osaka, but you cannot replace ni particle. So, once again, it's ni mo. Then, 行きました. So, please remember that you cannot replace ni particle. It should be ni mo, two particles put together. So, now I'd like you to do this exercise. Stop the video and translate these sentences into Japanese. And when you are ready, please come back. Now the answers. I called my dad. 父に電話しました。It's ni particle because to make a phone call indicates the nuance of direction. That is, your dad is your target, your destination, direction of your movement. Therefore, ni particle is used. I called my mom too. So this is 母にも電話しました。You cannot replace ni particle, so ni particle remains. and you need to add more after ni particle. Another one. I played golf on Saturday. 土曜日にゴルフをしました。You need to have ni particle because it's a time expression. I also played golf on Sunday. 日曜日にもゴルフをしました。You cannot replace ni particle, so ni particle remains. And you need to add more after this ni particle. Now please repeat after me. 父に電話しました。母にも電話しました。土曜日にゴルフをしました。日曜日にもゴルフをしました。So now let's move on to the case of the particle. So as I have mentioned before, you cannot replace ni and the particle. We talked about this ni particle, so now we will move on to this the particle. So this is the case of the particle. I worked at the office. I also worked at home. 会社で仕事しました。The particle is used because office, 会社 is the place of action. So remember that you need to use the particle to indicate the place of action. This is where the action of working took place. Therefore, it's the particle. I also worked at home. The subject same. What changed is the place of action. Therefore, you need to put more particle after home. 家でも仕事しました。も should come after the particle because you cannot replace the particle. The particle remains. Therefore, it's the and more particle put together. So, with this in mind, I'd like you to do this exercise. So, this is the last exercise. So, please stop the video and try translating the sentences. And when you are ready, please come back. Now the answers. I ate sushi in Tokyo. 東京で寿司を食べました。The particle is used after Tokyo because Tokyo is the place of action of eating sushi. So you need to use the particle to indicate Tokyo is the place of action. I also ate sushi in Kyoto. 京都でも寿司を食べました。The subject remains, but the place changed. Therefore, more particles should come after the place, 京都. But you cannot replace the particle, therefore, the remains. So it's the and more put together. Another example. I took photos in a park. 公園で写真を撮りました。You need to use the particle to indicate 公園 park is the place of action where the action of taking photos took place. I also took photos in a restaurant. レストランでも写真を撮りました。The subject remains, but where you took photos changed from park to restaurant. Therefore, you need to put more particle after restaurant, but you cannot replace the particle. Therefore, the and more particle should be put together. So now please repeat after me. 東京で寿司を食べました。京都でも寿司を食べました。公園で写真を撮りました。レストランでも写真を撮りました。Very good job. So if you have any questions about how to use this small particle or anything else, please don't hesitate to ask me questions anytime, and I will be very happy to answer your questions. So very lastly, I have this homework for you. Please translate these sentences into Japanese.And I will put those vocabularies in the description below so that you can refer to them when you do your homework. I really look forward to seeing your homework. So みんな、今日もありがとう。I will see you again in the next lesson then. みんなまたね。バイバイ。